Here's how to knit I-cord in 3 easy steps. It's quick to knit and handy for making hanging loops or drawstrings. You need 2 double-pointed needles. Any length will do. Cast on 2 to 5 stitches, depending on how thick you want your cord. Leave a long tail if you need to attach the cord to something, but a short tail is fine for just weaving into the cord. Step 1. Knit a row as usual. Usually you would turn your work here, but you never turn your work when knitting I-cord. Instead, we're going to slide our stitches to the other end, which is why you need double-pointed needles here. So step 2 is to slide your stitches to the other end of the needle. But your working yarn is now at the wrong side. So step 3 is to bring the working yarn across the back from left to right. Now just knit another row as usual. So it's an easy 3-step process. Slide your stitches to the other end of the needle, bring your yarn from left to right across the back, and knit another row. Don't worry, it looks messy at first and nothing like a cord. If you look at the back of your work, you can see the horizontal ladder bars where you take your yarn across the back after knitting each row. But even at this early stage, if you bunch it together with your hand, you can see your cord taking shape. Once you knit a few more rows, it magically neatens up all by itself. The top few rows always look a bit wonky, but they automatically wrap round to form a nice cord as you knit more rows. The cord knits up quickly, and the longer it gets, the better it looks. The back curls round as if by magic. You have to really pull it apart to see where you bring the yarn across each time. Once your cord is long enough, just bring your yarn across the back again and bind off as usual. Cut your yarn, leaving a long tail if you need to attach it to something else. Then just pull the tail to secure, and you can either weave it inside the cord tube or use it to stitch onto another piece. This cord is quite chunky because I knitted with 4 stitches of worsted yarn on 4.5mm needles. But you can knit much finer cord too. I use delicate I-cord hanging loops for my free decoration knitting patterns on craftfix.com, linked below. You knit fine hanging loops using the exact same 3-step process as chunkier I-cord, just with different materials. You use 2 3mm double-pointed needles with 4-ply or fingering weight yarn, which makes a much finer cord. There's only 2 stitches instead of 4 this time, but you knit the I-cord exactly the same way. You knit a row of 2 stitches as usual. Don't turn your work. Slide your stitches up to the other end of the needle, bring your yarn across the back behind the 2 stitches, and then just knit another row. Once your hanging loop is long enough, just bind off as usual, passing the first stitch over the second stitch. Cut your yarn, pull the tail, and your I-cord hanging loop is done. So just follow these 3 steps to quickly knit versatile cord of any length and thickness. Happy knitting!